Today I'm going to refill some of my ink cartridges with this new ink. I went through a ton of cartridges really fast because I needed to get the ink out of there because I would really rather have waterproof ink so I can paint over it. These are the Pilot Parallel pens. I'm just using a basic syringe to refill. Do this over your sink because it was messy the first time I tried. I just took a little bit of the ink into the syringe, and when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit, and then put it into the cartridge. The first time I tried, I used a much bigger syringe, and it made a huge mess, as you can see by the spots of ink that are still in my sink. I just put the cartridge right back on and then let it sit upside down for a while so the ink started flowing. After testing this ink in the watercolor sketchbook, it is drier than the other ink that I've gotten to try, which was the Rohrer & Klinger sketch ink, which was definitely much juicier than this one. But again, I'm not using it on the typical calligraphy pen paper. I'm using it on rough watercolor paper. Well, not rough, but cold pressed, so rougher. Anyway, here came the moment of truth where I was testing the paint over top of it to see if it was really waterproof. And it actually held up pretty well. Not quite as well as the sketch ink, but still pretty good for a calligraphy ink. The reason why I'm using this instead of my typical India ink is because I heard the India ink is really bad for your pens. I've heard some people say otherwise, but it's the typical common opinion that you shouldn't put that in your calligraphy pens. So yeah, it was a little bit transparent actually when I used it on this paper, but overall pretty good. Thanks for watching.